The film begins with the real Santa, also known as Nicomund, drinking on Christmas Eve. Talking to a fake Santa, he reveals that people ask for strange gifts these days. Before leaving, he gives the bar lady a gift for her grandson, and astonishingly, he knows his name. As she sees him going towards the roof and not the door, she follows him, where she sees that he is flying in the sky while sitting on the back of his reindeer. The woman is happy upon knowing that Santa is real. Santa throws up on her head. In the next scene, we see a man named Jason waiting for his wife, Linda, and daughter Trudy, as they are going to celebrate Christmas at his mother's house, which is called Lightstone. Jason and Linda live separately, as he spends most of his time with his mother Gertrude, helping with her business. When his wife and daughter arrive, they proceed to Lightstone, which is thought to be one of the country's most lavish mansions. As Jason and his family arrive at Lightstone, they see workers busy preparing for Christmas, and Jason places the gifts he has brought with him under a Christmas tree. He has a sister, Alva, who wishes to take over the family business as CEO. Alva has come to Lightstone with her boyfriend Morgan and her son Bert. As Gertrude enters the hall, Trudy runs toward her grandmother, who embraces her, and they all start celebrating Christmas. In the following scene, we see Nicomund delivering gifts to people's houses and stealing alcohol from the houses. On the other hand, Trudy complains to her mother about her father, saying that he did not take her to the mall to meet Santa. Jason leaves and goes to an adjacent room to give his daughter a gift to make peace with her. He gives her a walkie-talkie as a gift and tells her she can talk to Santa via this walkie-talkie. Next, we see Nicomund standing on the rooftop of Lightstone. He goes to a room where he gets something to eat as he is hungry, and drinks as well. In the next scene, we see a henchman in the CCTV room named Gingerbread knocking off the security head and sending a message via a wristwatch to his companions as they have planned a heist at Lightstone. Since Lightstone is one of the most secure private residences in the country, the U.S. government has granted the house $300 million to stealthily distribute the money in the Middle East to bring oil to the U.S. On the other hand, we see a man named Scrooge, the leader of the mercenaries, shooting the security guard and entering Lightstone. Next, we see Jason pleading with his wife to live with him, as he has already planned to leave his mother and the company. Meanwhile, they hear a bullet sound outside the house. The mercenaries begin to murder all of the house's employees. Nicomund also wakes up to the sounds of bullets, and he runs to save himself, but one of the mercenaries breaks into the room and fires at him, which hits the ceiling of the room, scaring the reindeer, and it runs away. He keeps fighting the mercenary and eventually hurls him out of the window, causing his death. Nicomund also falls out of the building through the window, but he is unharmed. While he has almost run away, he sees through the window Gertrude yelling at Scrooge, and she is telling him that he has made a very big mistake invading her house. Scrooge responds that he knows everything about Lightstone because he has been planning a robbery for months and knows where the money is kept. He reveals that he has come to the house to steal $300 million, which the U.S. government granted to Gertrude. Other mercenaries open fire in the room, which makes Trudy cling to her father out of fear. Nicomund is watching this from the outside. He vows to save Trudy, as she is a little, innocent girl. Scrooge's people inform him about the death of a mercenary outside the house, and he suspects the presence of someone else in the house. When Nicomund is busy taking something from his bag, he feels the presence of someone behind him. It was another mercenary, and the two fight. Nicomund hits the man with a plastic star in his eye, causing him to stand senseless for the time being. Nicomund plugs the switch on, and the star lights up, giving the man an electric shock, and he burns to death. Nicomund takes a mobile phone out of the pocket of the man, which is connected to the walkie-talkie of Trudy. Trudy informs Nicomund about the whole scenario via walkie-talkie, and he assures her that he will save them. In the following scene, Scrooge suspects Nicomund's movement through CCTV footage, and he believes someone has dressed up as Santa at the party. Nicomund threatens Scrooge over the phone to free the Lightstones. Scrooge and his mercenaries make fun of Nicomund, thinking that he is a fake Santa. Nicomund gets angry while telling them to be ready for their deaths as he is coming. After that, Scrooge storms into the room where he has been holding Jason and his family hostage, and he inquires about Santa's presence at the party. Before the mercenaries have brutally injured Jason, Trudy tells them that she talked to Santa via her walkie-talkie, but Jason denies his daughter's claims, saying the walkie-talkie is a toy. Jason reveals to his daughter that there was no Santa on Christmas Day and that the gifts that she received were from her father and not from Santa. Trudy runs away from there and hides in the attic. The scene shifts and we see Nicomund faints while stitching his own wound, and he wakes up by a phone call from Trudy, where she tells him that she is hidden in the attic. Next, a mercenary standing next to Jason asks them to exchange gifts among themselves, as he wants to see how rich people exchange gifts. Morgan gives Gertrude a magazine as a gift, and Alva gives a childhood picture of her to her mother. When Jason tells his mother that he does not have any gift for her, Bert reveals that he had seen Jason hiding a gift under the tree, and he hands over the gift to Gertrude after forcibly taking it from under the tree. As she opens the gift, she finds her favorite wine and a letter in it. Gertrude reads the letter and hides it, saying the contents of the letter should better be kept between her and her son. On the other hand, Nicomund is telling Trudy via walkie-talkie that he used to be a bad person in his past life and that he would kill people with his favorite hammer. We see Scrooge telling his mercenaries that Gertrude's team will come there in half an hour. Commander Thorpe, the leader of Gertrude's team, organizes his team. Nicomund on the other side attempts to kill Candy Cane, a mercenary, but cannot kill her and hides in the room, shutting the door behind him. Meanwhile, Scrooge hurls an emergency gas bottle at the door room where Nicomund is hiding and opens fire on it, causing an explosion. Consequently, the door breaks away, and Nicomund is apprehended by Scrooge. Scrooge interrogates Nicomund and searches in his bag, where he finds different things. Although Nicomund tells the truth about himself to Scrooge, he does not believe in him. Trudy distracts Scrooge and his mercenaries, and Nicomund flees from there using his magical powers. In the following scene, Gertrude's team arrives at Lightstone, and Morgan escapes through a window toward the team. While he is telling them that some mercenaries have held them hostage in the house, Thorpe shoots him dead, revealing they are accomplices of Scrooge. Meanwhile, Scrooge comes there and informs Thorpe about Santa. Thorpe then orders his men to kill Santa. Thorpe and Scrooge enter the secure valet where $300 million are kept, but to their surprise, all the money was already gone. Furious, they go to Gertrude and hold Linda at gunpoint to exchange her life for money. This corners Jason to speak up about the stolen money, as he wanted to escape her mother to build a life with Linda and Trudy. And that's why he had stolen $300 million from his mother, and this is the secret that he had written in his gift note to his mother. Santa evades Gertrude's team, and he hides in a room, where he makes a call to Trudy and tells her he cannot save her as he is unarmed. Next, we see Gertrude's team rushing into the house as they learn through a machine about the whereabouts of Santa. Trudy then asks Santa, if he is asked to fulfill a wish, what it would be, and Santa takes out a ring while saying that he wishes to meet Miss Claus to propose to her. Suddenly, the ring slips off his hand and rolls down to the corner of the room. While searching for the ring, Santa sees a hammer, which brings a wave of energy to him, as he used to have a big hammer in his past life. He takes up the hammer and beats the men who are entering the room one by one. Not only this, he goes out to kill all the men. On the other side, Scrooge opens fire on Jason and his family while asking for the money. Fearful, Jason leads Scrooge to a room where he has hidden the money, and once there, he orders the execution of all the people inside Lightstone. Gingerbread and Candy Cane are going upstairs to kill Trudy, but they get trapped, and Gingerbread succumbs to his wounds while Candy Cane somehow makes it to Trudy. She has almost shot Trudy when Santa appears and hits her with the hammer, causing her death. Linda and Alva also kill one of the mercenaries when he attempts to kill them. After Santa meets Trudy and her mother, they set out to save Jason. Santa and Scrooge fight with each other, and during the fight, Scrooge learns that Nicomund is not a fake Santa but a real one. Eventually, Santa kills Scrooge with his powers, and on the other side, Gertrude shoots Thorpe dead. After she sees Santa brutally injured, Trudy runs toward him, followed by her family. Jason burns some of the money to keep Santa warm. As Santa is dying, Trudy tells him she still believes in him and always will. Linda also says that she believes in Santa as he has saved their family, and Jason agrees with her. Bert, Gertrude, and Alva all acknowledge Santa's existence, allowing Santa to be revived. Santa thanks the Lightstones, who return the gratitude, and he finds the reindeer has returned with his sleigh, along with his original hammer and a note from Mrs. Claus. Santa says goodbye to them and glides into the sky on his sleigh. If you like our effort, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. It encourages us to make more content for you. Also, please hit the bell icon so that you don't miss our new videos.